Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now today we will use new data, third data for previous 4 topics: measure of center tendency, measure of dispersion, relative dispersion and skewness. And in previous 2 examples you have used the data in whole number without fractional form. But in this you can observe the data in fractional form up to 1 decimal place. Up to 1 decimal place means after point you have 1 value. So what is the procedure for construction the frequency distribution table? Because there are 50 observations, first we will convert the data into group according to the standard method. So the following data represent the length of life in minutes of a random sample of 50 black flies subjected to a new spray in a controlled laboratory experiment. The data are 2.4, 0.7, 3.9, 2.8 and so on, 50 observations. Construct the frequency distribution table and calculate the following. So first, second, third and fourth step are same, but for class interval we will use different method for the size of class interval. And what is the difference? For size of class interval, the format of the size of the class interval should be same as the format of the data. This is the most important thing. Okay. So first we will find the range same as the previous, maximum value of the data minus minimum value. This is the maximum value 6.3, minimum 0.2. Number of classes, this is the formula you have used 2 times, you will obtain 6.6. Size of class interval is equal to range upon number of classes, 6.1 upon 6.6, you will obtain 0.92. So you can take this value 0.92 approximately equal to 0.9 or 1. But the format of the data is up to 1 fractional value. So we will take 1.0. If you take 1, this will be wrong. You know that 1 and 1.0 is 100% same in mathematics. So why we take 1.0? You know that between 1 and 2 in fractional form we have 10 values, 10 observations in points 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 and so on between 1 and 2. So 0.9 means there are 9 values, 1.0 means there are 10 values in fractional form. If you take 1 means 1 value in whole number. If you take 1.0 will be equal to 10 values. This is the difference. So now I am using here 0.9. 0.9 means 9 values. The minimum value of the data is 0.2. You know that we start the class interval from the minimum value. You have done in last 2 questions and examples. If you start from 0.2 and 9 values means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this value is 0.2, this will be 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1.0. If you start from 0.2, the last value will be equal to 1.0. If you take 1, this will be wrong, because if you start from 0.2 class interval, first column of the frequency distribution table, we start from the minimum value 0.2 and 0.2 to 9 values will be 1.0. If you write here 1, next value will be equal to 2. You will drop many observations because you have many observations between 1 and 2, 1.1, 1.9, 1.2, 1.7. If you take this value 1, this will be equal to 2. Okay, so you cannot represent the values between 1 and 2 in any class, any group. So first minimum value will be 0.2 and count up to 9 values. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and 1.0. If this is the 1.0, next will be 1.1. Then add in upper value 0.9, you will obtain 1.9. Next value 2.0, add in 0.9 here, 2.8, same as previous two data. You will obtain the class interval. And telemark, same as previous, count each observation, represent each observation one by one by telemark, and then count how many observations will be frequencies, and cumulative frequencies is same as previous. And now class boundaries. If class interval is wrong, class boundary will be wrong. The procedure of class boundary is same as the previous. Class boundary is equal to next lower value of interval minus previous upper value of interval. Next lower value, previous upper value. Upper value of the interval 1.1 minus 1, you will obtain 1. Sorry, 0.1. In last two data, the difference of the next lower and previous upper is 1. But here difference is 0.1. Then divide by 2, you will obtain 0.05 instead of 0.5. Divide the difference by 2. Procedure is same, but value is different. And then subtract this value from all lower interval, add in upper interval. So lower value is here 0.2, subtract 0.05, you will obtain 0.15. Add in upper will be 1.05. Now subtract from this 0.05 will be 1 minus 0.05 will be 1.05. Add in upper 0.05 will be 1.95. So repeat this procedure for all the classes for class boundaries. Okay. Other steps for mean, median, mode, standard deviation, all are same. Formula is same. You have solved 2 questions, 2 numericals, 2 data. Now complete this question same as 2 previous example. This is the 6th homework. Okay. Now next data, fourth example. In this class interval, a number of observation frequencies are given. The following table shows the frequency distribution of serum cholesterol changes for 180 patients after administration of a drug tested for cholesterol lowering effect. Group and class interval are given, frequencies are given. Construct the other column, cumulative frequencies and class boundaries. And what is the procedure of the class boundary? This is also important thing. Procedure is same as the previous 3 examples, but here you have minus values and plus values. Method is same. Find the difference of next lower value of the interval, previous upper value. Because minus 40 is greater value than this minus 41. Negative small value is large value. Subtract from minus 41, subtract minus 41. Subtract this value minus 41 from minus 40. So minus 40 minus minus 41, minus minus will be plus, and plus 41 minus 40 will be equal to 1, and then divided by 2 you will obtain 0.5. The difference is same as the first and second example will be 1, and if you divide it by 2, same as this method, 1 divided by 2 you will obtain 0.5. So subtract 0.5 from all lower value, add in upper values. If you subtract minus 60 minus 0.5, both will be add minus 60 and minus 0.5 will be minus 60.5. To add in this minus 40 plus 0.5, minus 41 plus 0.5 we will subtract. Okay. Minus 41 plus 0.5 will be minus 40.5. Minus subtract 0.5 from this minus 40 will be add minus 40 minus 0.5 minus 40.5. This will be minus 20.5 if you add in this. So this minus 40.5, this minus 40.5, both are same, indicate this is the class boundaries. Same as here. Subtract 0.5, you will obtain minus 20.5, and minus 0.5 plus will be minus 0.5. If you subtract from 0, minus 0.5 will be minus 0.5 plus here 0.5 will be 19.5. Now this is the positive value. If you add, will be add 19 plus 0.5, 19.5, subtract 0.5 will be subtract, same as the positive data, first second data 19.5. we will obtain class boundaries. And other columns are same. For midpoint, add both values, minus 60 plus minus 41 will be minus 100.101 divided by 2 will be minus 50.5. Okay, so we will consider the negative sign for midpoint. 19 plus 0 will be 19 divided by equal to 9.5, and so on. So compute the following measure of central tendency, mean, median, mode, and only measure of dispersion. This is the 7th homework. Next time we will start new topic, and I am sending also the name of the book for purchasing, and this book is available at Raza Photo State. Allah Hafiz.